Hello all and welcome. Today I put together another build for the Slam the Server. I started thinking about it and there was a better way to optimize my pet build for Druid. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys just so you can let me know what you think or utilize it in the next beta coming up. Before we begin though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe as it helps support the community, and I do appreciate everyone that's already part of this. As well as you can also join our Discord if you need any help. Remember, we get 10% extra XP when in a party, so we can get to that level 20 faster and take on a Shiva or a Shava, however you say it, come Saturday, all right? So, to begin with, we're going to go ahead and take a Storm Strike, which is going to give us that damage reduction, as well as Enhanced Storm Strike, so we get that Immobilize on the character, on the mobs. That puts us at level 2. At level 3, we're going to jump down here and grab Pulverize, so we can just deal that AoE damage, just have a little bit more damage to deal with. Then, level 4, we're jumping back up here to get Fierce Storm Strike to make them vulnerable. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to jump down here to Enhance Pulverize, so we can get that Overpower. Now, it says 10 seconds there, but in the upcoming beta and the live game, I believe it's going to be set to 12 seconds. So just keep that in mind. As well as we're going to grab Raging Pulverize. So every time we're overpowered, they're going to be stunned for 2 seconds. It's going to be great for this build. Next up, we're going to go ahead down here to our defensive abilities. We're going to go ahead and grab Cyclone Armor and then jump down here and grab Debilitating. So this one gives us damage reduction from Cyclone Armor.
To the roar.
And over here, we get 50% damage reduced from the enemy. That's going to be great for us. Next up, we want to grab Enhanced Cyclone Armor, which is going to slow our enemies. And then we're going to grab Preserving Cyclone Armor so that every 10 seconds or so, we're basically going to get an extra 30% damage reduction. So after Cyclone Armor, we're going to jump down here for our Debilitating Roar. We're going to go ahead and grab Enhanced Debilitating Roar. So that gives us a fortification of about 20% of our base life when we activate it. So at this point, we're level 11. When we hit level 12, that's going to give us access to our companions. What we want to do is utilize the wolf companions here. At level 13, you want to make sure and take the enhanced wolf pack, because that's going to make sure when they're immobilized, they're stunned, they're slowed, or they're poisoned, we do an extra 20% damage. Who doesn't want that? After this, when you hit level 14, make sure and take the innate debilitating roar so that when you activate it, enemies are slowed nearby. Again, they take more damage when they're slowed. So once we have that, originally I was utilizing more of the companions and whatnot, but I feel like there's a better way to buff at least our wolf pets and push the damage up there for this level 20 build. So we want to get down in here into our wrath abilities. So a couple options. You could take one of these two abilities, but I feel like we could utilize them a little bit better. So you could pump up your wolves more damage more, but if we come down here, Call of the Wild, I feel like before we put points into our wolves, we want to put points into this. Because if you drop 3 points into here, right now we could put 2. But if you drop 3 points in here, that's 30% extra damage. If you think about it, if we take those away, let's just say we didn't put those in here. Wolves, they do 8% base damage. Now, it doesn't matter how many points I put in here, the 8% doesn't go up. What does go up is when you command them to leap. When they leap right now, base, they do 35% damage. When you bump it up, they jump up to 38.5. If you put all 5 points in here, it's 49% damage, which is good. But if we back it up here for a second, we're adding a base bonus damage of 30% from this node right here. That's huge. But we only need 2 to get down here into the Wrath. So we're going to leave it like that for right now so we get an extra 20% damage on top of the 35% damage we're dealing. So once we're down here, we want to go ahead and look at this node down here, this ability, Rabies. Rabies is going to poison your enemies, and it's poison an enemy, and then it spreads to all the surrounding enemies. That's huge because, again, we do more damage when they're poisoned. So if we grab that and grab Enhanced, they're going to deal extra 30% bonus damage at the max duration. Next, we want to grab Natural Rabies, which is just spreading rabies 100% faster. When I used this in the last beta on my Werewolf Poison build, you would bite and it would just jump. About a second to second and a half it would take to jump to the next enemy. You just watch it. Ding, 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 ding. So that's going to spread and allow your wolves to start, by the time your wolves are dealing damage to normal mobs and everything, they're going to be tearing through them as it's jumping. So it's just going to keep up with your wolves. And you've got 6 seconds with rabies. So that's huge. And that gives you time for your other abilities to cool down. So you can stun again. You can debilitating roar so you can slow them, or you can activate cyclone armor so you can put on another slow, as well as using your storm strike to activate that immobilize chance of 15%. So at this point, we're level 19. We're looking to put points into something else. I would suggest coming up here and putting that so you have a base damage of 30% bonus. Now, that brings us to level 20. I believe we still get 2 points from the Renowned. Again, I'm going to double check that when we get into the game. So we've got the 2 extra points. What can you do with those? 1, you could bump up your companion damage. So it would take, if you put 2 points, it's going to bump it up to 42, which is good. One other thing we can do, we can come down here and take neurotoxin, which means it's going to slow enemies when they're poisoned. Now, again, when we poison them, they're going to be poisoned for 6 seconds. So that's 6 seconds of a slow. That's pretty good. You can also poison enemies, take 10% additional critical strike damage. Essentially what we're doing here is we're grabbing what this node would do, where we get 20% critical strike chance, and we're just having it, but we don't have to take the Vine Creeper. So that being said, you could take these 2 points and kind of utilize the fact that we're poisoning them and double down on that. Or, like I said, you can take these away. You can buff this up. 42 points of damage. I would say play around with it. You could also take 1 point out of this, and if you want them to attack faster, go that route. Play with it. I think what I'm going to do, just because I don't think I'm going to have a problem with their attack speed, I think I'm honestly going to grab these and test this out when I get there. Hopefully I'll have a chance to do it before we get to Ashava. I'll have to wait and see. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I will see you all in the beta. And again, if you need any help, want to bounce any ideas off somebody, please jump into the Discord. Let me know. Look forward to hearing from you guys. I will see you in the beta.